20 years ago, I was a country music disc jockey, and about 18 times a day, I had to listen to this guy say, papa, mau, mau. The song was Elvira, the group, the Oakridgeboys. Welcome, guys.
Hey, Scott.
Hi, Scott. Good to see you.
Joe, time flies when you're having fun. 20 years since Elvira.
Yeah, in fact, we're kind of celebrating a 20th anniversary this year of Elvira, and, you know, we had a long career before Elvira even hit, so we're very thankful for the years. God's been good to the Oakridgeboys. We're still feeling good. We're singing good and having a good time, and we've brought our Christmas tour to Taylorville, and, hey, man, we're having fun.
You know, I'm a huge fan of the Oaks. What's the secret to keeping that excitement after all of those hits, all of these years?
Because it's easy to imagine us out there singing, and I don't think there's a way we can imagine us not out there singing. I think that's one good way of putting it. We enjoy doing what we do, and we just don't know how, or we've never been able to plan how to stop doing it.
Every Oakridge show is special, but these days it's extra special. Christmas show, right, Dwayne?
It's always special when we bring our Christmas show to town. There's a whole library of songs over the years that we've recorded on our Christmas albums. And that's the only time of the year we can bring them out. So it always becomes very special. We bring Santa Claus, we bring the elves, all that great Christmas music that began back in the early 80s that we put out now 3 Christmas albums. So it gives us a chance to retrace all those that Christmas music.
But you still do all of the hits too. I mean, not all of the hits, but a lot of the hits.
First section of the show, we do about 10 or 11 hits, one right after another. And then we take a short break, and then the snow starts falling and Santa Claus starts coming from the North Pole.
Richard Sterban, he was with Elvis in the 1970s. He left Elvis. Now, can you believe this? A good career move to leave the Elvis show, but it worked out, didn't it, Richard?
I think it worked out pretty well. You know, the Elvis thing was kind of a nice thing to experience, but you know, my aspirations at that time were beyond being a backup singer, and I believe very strongly in the potential of the Oakridgeboys, and I think I probably made the right move.
Richard is the only guy who knew Elvis who didn't write a book about him.
No, I did not write a book, but I had a lot of fun singing with Elvis. You know, one of Elvis's favorite things to do was to kind of gather around a piano late at night after a show and sing spirituals and gospel songs, and those are some of my fondest memories as I look back on them.
William Lee Golden, the mountain man from the Oakridgeboys. William Lee, this Christmas extra special for you because you've got a new addition at your house.
That's true. I've got a new baby boy. His name is Solomon. He's 4 months old now. So my wife and I are overjoyed with that.
That's great. The Oakridgeboys have a big history at Nashville North and Taylorville. I've been here a ton of times to see you, and I know you were coming even before my time to Taylorville.
That's right. We've been coming here for a long time. And, you know, it's always fun to come to Taylorville. It's a down-home feeling, and we get close to the people. It's a very intimate concert here, so it's always been fun. And this one show that we always look forward to coming to.
William Lee, I've never asked you this. Now, these guys, they can put on a cap and sunglasses and maybe go out and not be all that recognized. How do you disguise yourself when you go Christmas shopping at the mall?
Well, it's kind of hard to do that, actually. It's hard to disguise myself. And so I get to meet the Christmas shoppers when I'm Christmas shopping.
Takes a little extra time. Well, guys, we thank you so much for joining us. Now, I told you 20 years ago I had to sit there and listen as the phone rang off the hook. 18 times a day I would play that song, Elvira. And I'm going to ask him for a big favor here, just to do it just for all of y'all, just a little bit of the papas.
Papa, mau, mau.
The Oakridgeboys.
There it is.
Hey, you know, now I've been a huge fan for many, many years of the Oakridgeboys. I took a little break when William Lee left the group, I have to be honest. When he came back, about a month after he came back, I saw the Oaks. No lie, right here, I'll admit it on TV. I almost cried. I almost cried in my seat. And I told my wife, I said, you know what, I ought to have made a sign up. Like those big fans, you know, I ought to have made a sign up. And that sign would have read, "The magic is back. The magic is back." You guys are as great as you ever have been.
Thank you, sir.
And there are groups and people who are having big hits today, there are no better performers in concert than the Oak Ridge Boys.
Thank you, Scott. And I'll tell you what, if it made you feel that way, it means a lot to us, because that's how we felt about William Lee coming back 6 years ago now. My goodness, time does go by, doesn't it? But that's exactly how we felt about it, too. It was great to have us back together again singing, and we've had a great 6 years. You were going to add something there?
I was just going to say, I remember when Coca-Cola tried to change their ingredients. It just wasn't the same, you know, and I wasn't happy until they got it back to classic Coke. And I still drink Coke now, but I never did like the new Coke. I think it's good, and some people will like it, but when you establish something and there's a taste for it, or there's a sound that represents that foursome, it's awfully hard to convince them of anything else. We all went our separate ways, and we all kept singing in our own way. But the magic of the Oak Ridge Boys was established a long time ago when we were actually a gospel group, and it carried through 3 different fields of music. And I think when you establish that sound, it's awfully hard to ask people to accept another sound. Although we were successful, we stayed in business, we still worked a lot of dates, the sound was different. And it's good to have William Lee back. It's good to be in harmony and singing in harmony, living in harmony. And we're going to have a real good Christmas this year.
William Lee, Richard, Dwayne, Joe, thank you so much for joining us. If you didn't have the chance to see the Oak Ridge Boys in concert in Taylorville this weekend, catch them the next time. They're in Central Illinois. They'll be back soon. You won't regret it. In Taylorville, Scott England, WAND News.
Thank you, Scott.
Thanks, man.